Good morning and welcome back for another vlog of myself, Darren, HGV Class 1 driver here in the UK. And it's currently nice and early 5 AM start on a Wednesday. The Aphrodite is parked up, hooked up to the trailer we're going to be using today. It's loaded up with all the stock so we can go straight up to Newcastle. But before we do go up to Newcastle, we need to strap down all the pallets using ratchet straps because we've got quite a lot of tiles and a very heavy load getting delivered. Using internal for the lighter pallets that we've got loaded. And that will do me nicely. For our first delivery, it's between 3.5 to 4 hours depending on traffic, but 167 miles to go, right above Newcastle upon Tyne. The route I'm going to be taking this morning is straight down the A580, jumping onto the M60 ring road to the M62, following that all the way up, M1 to the A1, and then A19, I think it is off the top of my head, the route I'm actually going to be taking, through the tunnel, and then we should be at our destination. As I said, for 165 miles in total. I wouldn't normally go this way, to be fair. Normally, I'd go straight up the M6, come off at Carlisle, cut across the A69, and follow all the way that down to Newcastle. Not only is it a much nicer drive going up the M6 and cutting across, but there's a lot less traffic on the roads as well. So overall, it's just a better route to go. However, this morning, I need to get fuel sooner rather than later. So instead of risking it going up to Lancaster and then stopping there for fuel, because I've got to use Key Fuel's cards, you see, I've got to go to Birch Services, which is only about 15 miles up the road, and then we're going to be fueling up from there today. Unfortunately, yesterday, because we're trying to get to the client as quick as we could, driving from Oxford all the way up to Burnley, I didn't have time to actually stop and get fuel. Thinking to myself, it'll be okay, I'll get some fuel on the way back down from Burnley, I'll be able to stop in one of the services on the M6, but then I got diverted to Wigan instead, and the service stations going that way didn't accept the fuel card, which is not great. It's not great. So let's see how we get on this morning. Fingers crossed the traffic today isn't going to be too bad for us. And I'm not too sure if there's going to be a backload yet. So if there's no backload, we'll make it back tonight, no problems, in theory. If there is a backload, well, that could throw a spanner in works, because that backload could be for tomorrow morning. Sometimes it is often the case. Got a lot of matrix signs showing 40 miles per hour ahead. I think I might have jinxed it. I say hopefully the traffic's going to be good for us, then the matrix signs literally just changed to 40 as I mentioned it. I don't know why I do it to myself. It's currently half term here in the UK. So in theory, the roads normally are a little bit more quieter. You're not going to believe this. Put over at Birch Services, so like, right, okay, get some fuel, we made it, no problems. And the tills are not working, so they can't serve anybody. So now what I'm having to do is jump off the motorway at Haywood, turn back around and then get back on the services on the other side. Luckily it's only about 3 miles all in all to come off and get back on and then back off at the services. Normally, as I said before, normally I would make sure I've got fuel. I normally fuel up at the end of the day where possible, so in the morning it's not affecting delivery times or messing about, are you? But there was just no opportunity on the way up to Oxford. There's nowhere, well, I probably could have, to be fair, so it is kind of my own fault. But I wanted to get to the client as early as possible because we had the delivery slot, the timed. So it's kind of like shot myself in the foot thinking, right, let's get up there, we've got plenty of fuel, I've got 200 miles left on diesel, so that'll be fine. Got up there, sorted it out, and now we're down to like 30-40 miles. So I'm not going to run out anytime soon. But it's just messing about this morning, unfortunately. Yep, 400 litres. Nice view out the office window this morning as we travel over Saddleworth Moors. With 136 miles still left to go. But it feels a lot better now we've got a full tank of fuel as well. Traffic's starting to build up a little bit. But we're still doing 56, which is good. Cruise control on. Hey, this first job that we're going to is the tile place in Newcastle. We've been twice before, and it's the one which is really, really tight to get out of. With big boulders on the side, cars parked on the corner, so you can't get a good angle to get around. So you got to pretty much jackknife, reverse out, straighten up your trailer, and then reverse it through a car park where I think it's like a soft play centre is based as well. So you got kids running around, especially when it's half term like today. Cars parked everywhere, and it's not a straight car park either, it's a bit of an S-bend. So it's got to be a little bit of a pain in the backside to try and get out. It always is. Let's get the engine braking on. The reservoir's looking really shallow today. I don't know if the camera's picking it up on the left hand side, but normally the water's right up to the top where the dam is. It's probably about 40 or 50 foot below that point at the moment. I think that's got to be the shallowest I've seen it, to be fair. To be living on the other side of that dam though. Got a couple of houses right on the other side of the dam wall. I think it's going to be a nice day today on the weather side. A little bit better than the start of the week anyway, from that storm we had. Making our way past Bradford, and the traffic is starting to get a little bit heavy now, down to 40 miles per hour on the matrix sign, and unfortunately it looks like it might be coming to a standstill further down the road. Now I'm hoping it's just congestion, nothing too serious. And I believe the roadworks are still on for northbound on the M1, which could be causing a little bit of traffic backing up as well. And we've still got 121 miles to go. Hope everybody's had a great week so far. And if you've got any questions about the vlog or driving, let me know down below. I'll try my best to answer as much as I can. Just debating whether it's worth moving over. I think it might actually be, yeah. Perfect, the van's let me in. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Quick flash of the hazard lights. Say thank you. Come on, mate. Thankfully, it's just a bit of congestion for that junction. More miles on the M62 at least before we're coming off for the M1 northbound. Little stroke of luck. It's normally queuing right down on this slick road, but it seems to be the southbound only what are queuing up. I don't want to jump the gun too early, just in case. Moment of truth, what is the M1 northbound looking like this morning? Heavy. I think it's going to be heavy. Yep, yep, very heavy. Roadworks are still ongoing. I think they might be ongoing for some time as well. With any luck, A lot of the traffic is going towards Leeds for the M621 and not the M1 northbound itself. Well, it's not as bad as I thought though. We're still moving, which is the main thing. We're going to be keeping to the left, following it for the north. Just staying on this road all the way up to pretty much where our client is. So it is a nice and easy run. And 110 miles left to go. Sometime later now, and it's currently 9:30. We're 12 miles still away from the client and driving through the Tyne Tunnel on the A19. A little bit of a stop start there. It's not a place you want to be breaking down, is it? It's quite a narrow tunnel. I think this is the first time actually driving through the Tyne Tunnel going northbound. I've done it one or two times when southbound. Just looking at the sat nav, it looks like we've got to do a bit of a loop-de-loop. It really is a little bit of a loop-de-loop. Oh, my ears have popped a little bit. Following the A19 now for another 10 miles approximately, and then it's about a mile and a half off the A19 for our first delivery point. And job number 2 is not too far from where we are now. So it'll be about 10 or 15 minute drive from the client. Slow down a little bit, let traffic merge over. I presume that white car is going to move over, same with this one, people carrier. Guess not. Right then, this is going to be fun. Not. So I've got to reverse out all of this way shortly. Because you can't really drive it in, or reverse in, because you're going to be blindsided.
You don't get trimmed.
Oh no, I'll deliver it at the end.
That's where this is. With a tile.
Yeah, tile place. Oh, I'm delivering here, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, it's an absolute fuck. I'm trying to get through there.
Yeah, I've done it quite a few times. No, like when you get in, then you got so tight getting out with the cars right where the rocks are.
I would be glad. 3 weeks, man. First week, I thought at the end I got to come over and pick it up. And he went, "That's my day then." See, we're trying to get it, but not. I said, "Oh, yeah, good." It's a little bit. I would never get. Not a wall I can't do that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. A few times, like, I've been down there, like every time it's a headache. And then you got this play centre here as well, with cars just dumped everywhere.
We've been working there before as well.
Oh, was it?
I always even just try and reverse that and just walk up. Just comes up and smokes and just takes off there.
So I might ask him to do the same, you know. I'm just going to move forward a little bit, let him pass, but nice one, mate. Good idea. Where do you want it, mate? Yeah, 10 pallets or so. Is it? I can get it if needed, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I've done it a couple of times, like, so. No, it's mate. Right then, so we need to come round here. This is the area we was talking about. Reckons his forklift's struggling at the moment. Let's park it here for him. To be fair though, I couldn't expect the FOT driver to come all the way round to the car park and offload me there, because I've done it twice before, so I can't really got an excuse to say I'm a new driver or anything. And I wouldn't expect a new driver to come down here because it's quite tight. But bonus, got a nice cup of coffee out of it. Little ratchet winder coming into play. It's a godsend, these things, especially when you've got a lot of ratchet straps to wheel up. A lot easier. I've had to reposition the truck so it's more over to the left so I can get down this side. You've got to do one side at a time because it is that narrow. And that is the tricky corner right there. Now, if these cars weren't here, it wouldn't be much of a problem, to be honest. As you see when I reverse out a little bit later on, because you've got all these rocks, I've pretty much got to jackknife it, come forward, go a bit more, come forward, go down. Where if these cars weren't here, I could get a nice big swing straight down. And it's not exactly a 90-degree angle either. As you can see, there's a little bit of a bend. And then where the cars are parked, a little bit further down, right over there, it's a little bit of an S-bend to try and get out. So I need to cut this corner with the trailer right across there, go down, bring it forward, and then shunt it round, forward, then back round again. A little bit of a pain, but as long as you take your time, you should be okay. Job one complete. Let's see how we get on with this turn. Need to be careful of the passenger side. I've got to stay close to that big boulder. as much as I can. So very gentle left turn. I've not got a lot of space on the passenger side. Slowly, very slowly, do a right turn. A bit more to the left. Be careful with the big bollards. Very close on the passenger side. Now I've got that red car, don't know if you can see it right at the back. So I need to be careful with that one. And the white car as well, sticking out. Nice and slowly. Very slowly. Snake it around. I've got about that much space on the passenger side, get past that white car. Now I can start doing a bit more of a turn. Perfect. Nice and clear, there's no obstacles. I like to try and keep it close. Yeah, I like to keep it close when I do reversing onto a main road, close to the footpath as I can, where the line of the curb is. Pretty much like so. Just in case you get any idiots what are speeding down, they've got plenty of space just to move over to the other side of the road, where if they use both sides of the lanes, they might be looking at the phone and not see you. So always try and use just one side of the road where possible. That's personal preference, it's down to you, whatever you find easiest. 15-minute break taken care of. Job number 2 is only 1.5 miles away. Just waiting for sat nav update. Is it left or right? I think we're going to the right. That's right, I think I could have went to the left. I don't know if there might be a low bridge down there, quite possibly. I've been to job number 2 before, which is good, because the business name and the name of the business on our paperwork do not match. Yep, that's right, different names for the business from our paperwork and then what's on their building. So I know exactly where to go, because last time it took me about 35 to 40 minutes to get it sorted out. And I don't think it even had the proper road name either, which doesn't help. It's always a bit of a headache when you have different names on the paperwork from what the business is. I don't know why, but I really like trucks in the colour orange. I think they look really nice. And I'm starting to think to myself, if I got a truck myself, I think orange might be the colour I'd go for. I'm trying to think now actually, is this the way I came last time? Or was it a different way? One way to find out. It is on North Nelson Industrial Estates. The signs are pointing this direction. Get this job out of the way, take a 30-minute break, and then that's the driving time cleared. I've only got 36 minutes left on the driving time, but working time I needed to make sure I'd taken a break by 11 o'clock. So I thought, take a 15-minute break first. It saves any messing about. I might get a delay here, like waiting 10 or 15 minutes, and then that could take me over the working time regulations. So it's just easier to get it out of the way whilst it was nice and clear, and then take a 30-minute just round the corner. Yeah, I'm on the right estate. And if I remember correctly, there's a butty van around here as well. I don't keep telling myself I need to start eating a little bit more healthier, but unfortunately I haven't actually brought anything to work with me for dinner. So it's either a butty wagon, which is just here, or a pot noodle and a nice little bacon egg or a spam and egg on toast. Just fills the gap that little bit better, doesn't it, instead of a pot noodle. And I can park here on the left hand side, walk through the little path where that van is to access the butty van. Actually, can I get through there? Well, it looks like there's loads of brambles. Might be another route somewhere. I'll be able to find something either way. And the business we're delivering to is Unit 12, directly in front. No reversing without a banksman, so I've got to pull up on the side, speak to the FLT driver, so then they can banks me around the corner. Spoken to the guy, just said reverse straight in. Try and get a little bit of a better position with the trailer. And what I'm planning to do is swing it out, a little bit of a right turn, and then come back in at a good angle then. I need to keep it fairly close to the curb side on the driver's side. The fence is fairly narrow. Nice hard left turn, back to the right. Keep an eye on the passenger side. Straighten up. By the way, I'm not telling people how to actually drive. I'm just explaining what I'm actually doing. Because I could be doing stuff completely different from what the next driver would do. Okay, the guy is actually on a bendy truck. So I'm going to try and position it so there's enough space on both sides. Should have plenty of space there. Let's see what they got to offer. Couldn't resist. Couldn't resist. Pulled pork hot dog. Why not? Arrived at job number 3 for 12:10, and it looks a little bit of a tricky one. It's the first time being here, and it's down there. And instead of just driving down and getting stuck, I'm just going to park on the road, have a walk down, and see what the script is. Because I don't know if I can actually turn around or not. Because there is another gate just there, and it looks fairly tight. So let's go speak to the goods in. It's the first time I've seen a walkie-talkie for the goods in. Not too sure what's quite going on with my hair, by the way. I've got like a little alfalfa spike up at the top. Spoke to the guy on the other side of the radio, drive in, and I think it's a one-way system, so you can drive right round and come out the other side. Should do about there. Let this van driver pass first. I need to swing out, get around that lamp post. It does look a little bit even more narrower and small now I've actually drove round. Down, mate. Oh, it's a lot bigger than I thought actually. feel like I'm entering Jurassic Park. Yep. Rightio then. We've got a long drive ahead of us. I've got 4 hours and 10 minutes on driving time before I need to take a break and extend it for 1 more hour. We should, in theory, be able to get back to the yard okay. I say should and in theory because you don't know what traffic's going to be like. But I've got a feeling it might be fairly tight. If it's 2 hours from here, I'll have 2 hours to get back from Carlisle, and I think it might be about 2.5 hours realistically to get back from Carlisle to our yard. So I will need another break later on to extend the driving time. But on a good note, it's nice and early at the moment. It's only 12:30 just gone. So overall today we're making fairly good timing. Jobs are all done for 12:30, well, deliveries anyway, so I call that winning. To get to the A69, we're going to be jumping on to the, I think it's the 189, I think it is, then towards the A1. Following the A1, and then that would join us straight down to the A69, follow that all the way down. At the M6 where Carlisle is, going straight across. And I think I've been here once before. If it's the place I'm thinking of, it might be empty, what do they call it now, IBCs. Well, it's going to be 16 pallets altogether getting collected. I know where I am. That's the Greg's down to the left. It is as well. Lovely view out the window on the A69 this afternoon. It's turned out to be quite a nice day, the weather. I was thinking about bringing the drone today. Unfortunately, I didn't actually bring it with me in the end, as I thought the weather was going to be fairly bad. I always enjoy driving up and down here though, it's always nice. I'd recommend to everybody drive this way instead, especially if you're coming down south or you're going south from Newcastle. just so much nicer. Whereas you're seeing this morning, getting past Leeds and Bradford, fairly heavy traffic. Driving up the A1, it's a boring road, isn't it? It really is. It's not as bad as the M6 southbound anyway from Warrington. But north of Warrington the M6 is okay. Currently saying 21 degrees at the moment. Hopefully it stays nice and dry for the weekend. Not that I've got any plans. It just gives you more options, doesn't it, having the nice weather. Do a little bit of zoomy time so you can enjoy the view. Change of plan. The office had just rang me up. The client I was going to make the collection from in Carlisle, they've cancelled it now because they want a full trailer load for tomorrow instead of being a half trailer today. So for now, getting diverted straight back down to the yard. To get back to the yard from where we are now, just about come over into the M6 at Carlisle, it's 110 miles away. Due to get back in 2 hours. Just depends on traffic. Hopefully it's not too bad. Normally is okay, to be fair. And the ETA to get back is 10 to 5. We've got abnormal loads on the right hand side. Huge. I don't know what they are. Big tanks maybe. They're like huge tanks for storage of water. And on this side of the road we're coming up against a nice old steam engine. I'm not too sure what the weight would be, but I can imagine it being fairly heavy. Now that would be cool, transporting one of them. Nigel, I'm counting on you, mate. If you'll be able to tell me a little bit more information regarding this old steam train coming up. I'm just trying to read the sign of it. Oh, I've got James phoning me. I think he was on the other side of the road actually, carrying one of the low loaders. Look at that. Now that is a thing of beauty, isn't it? I can respect an old steam engine. Quick stop off at Lancaster Services, grab myself a nice little coffee from the Greg's Garage. The parking absolutely rammed in there for trucks. However, all the fuel pumps are empty, so I managed to just jump out quickly, get a cup of coffee, jump back in the truck, off we go. Been a real nice drive down as well. I had to clean the window a little bit. Whilst I was in the Lake District area, I got absolutely battered by bugs They were all over the window screen, so I couldn't really film too much either, because now you don't really want to be looking at a bug that's been splattered on the window for the next 2 hours. I've still got 37 miles left to go. ETA to get back to the yard is currently saying 5 o'clock, and it is now coming up to 4:15. So the next 45 minutes or so should be back at the yard. Our depot is literally a quarter of a mile, if that, off the junction for Haydock. So just going straight down here now, really, and then we're back at the yard. Nice and easy. Traffic's always good as well. Anything above Warrington on the M6, traffic's always
Maintain
great.
safe distance.
Just trying to overtake the Primark truck, but I can't get into the middle lane just yet. I had a good little catch up with James, who used to work with SSO, and we're seeing him on the other side of the road when we're seeing the train. So when I passed the train, he started to call me. So I had a good little catch up for 40 minutes on the phone. He's enjoying doing low loader work, and I think he was going up top end of Scotland, or near Aberdeen, I think it might have been, delivering 2 vans. Does seem quite a good job. I've never done it myself, but I've always been intrigued. I like all the big machinery and stuff you can get onto the low loaders. So my plan of action, if I was to get my own truck, I would hire one first, just to get all the business up instead of spending a fortune and it not working out. So I'd hire a truck first, and then I'd probably do containers to get myself established, get money coming in, because containers is a nice quick turnaround. It's not the most amount of money, but you get paid every 2 weeks. Where a lot of businesses, if you're doing general haulage for an example, if I was self-employed or I have my own business, I would say go to Primark, pick up 10 pallets from Primark and then deliver it down in Bristol, and then I'd invoice Primark, but I wouldn't get paid for that job. Normally it works out on average like 30 to 45 days of the last day of that month. So for an example, if I've done work for Primark delivering 10 pallets down to Bristol on the 10th of January, at the end of the last day in January, 45 days after that I then get paid. It's ridiculous, isn't it? And that is why a lot of small businesses go under, because it's hard work to try and keep a business afloat if you've not got regular income coming in. And believe it or not, if you're doing regular work for somebody and it's 45 days after the last day of the month and that business goes under, they could owe you around 60 grand. And because they've gone bust, you won't get that 60 grand. You've lost it as a business. For all that work that you've been doing, you've lost it. So that's why I'd probably start on containers for a bit, get myself established, get a good amount of money coming in, and then may even get a second truck, keep the second truck doing containers, and then my truck, I might get a low loader and then drive up and down the country, because the business has got steady income coming through with the containers, and then the low loader work on top. There's more money coming in and it's pretty fun as well. Oh, that's the train from before. What's the chance of that? It was about an hour and a half ago I seen that train. I overtook it. but they must have been right behind me all the way down, because I've already pulled over for 5 minutes, literally. And I think it's more interesting as well, isn't it, low loader work? Because you could be pretty much delivering a boat one day, a truck the next day, a van or a car the day after, some JCB machinery a few days later, and you're going all over the country as well. And who knows, I may turn it into a show truck and be like Trucky Tim. You never know what the future brings you. I wouldn't mind a show truck, to be honest with you. I think they're quite cool. It'd probably be next year though if I did get my own truck, realistically. It's a big gamble, but if you put the work into it, it's possible. Here we go, overtaking the little train again. Look at that, how cool would that be as a job though? Transporting that little fella around. Still don't have a clue what type of train it is, other than a steam train. Oh, darn it. First bit of traffic coming down the M6. 26 miles left to go. Hoping it is just congestion. Just on the outskirts of Preston currently. It's turning into a little bit of wacky races around here. Got a lot of cars weaving in and out of all the traffic, trying to change lanes last minute. Just try and keep a little bit of distance from the ones in front in case they have to brake on pretty sharply. It's like this van. If that Mercedes slammed its brakes on, it was straight into the back of it, without a doubt. I need to try and move over. Thank you very much. Just let them in. You get a lot of accidents around this little section of the motorway as well. You get a lot of people jumping over last minute. Just got to be a little bit cautious. like so there with that van. Thank you. Look how close this white van is to the car. On that slip road bit. It's about 3 foot behind it at one point. Right then, we're on our home stretch. We've got the M65 jumping onto the M6 southbound. We've got 20 miles to go, 56 cruise control. Should be back at the yard in about 20-25 minutes. Which will do me nicely, 5 o'clock finish. Nice little 12-hour shift done. Made it back to the yard from 5 o'clock and I've still got that little pointy bit stuck on top of my head. I don't know what that's about. I didn't sort my hair out this morning. Obviously I was half asleep getting dressed and stuff. Jumps in the shower, my hair's all fluffy, that's why. Anyways, enough about that. So we're back at the yard, it's 5 o'clock. All I need to do now is drop the trailer, park up the unit and then go home. I should be finishing in about the next 10 or 15 minutes. I might have to move a trailer for Barry. Other than that, yeah, job's sort of good and home time it is. So on that note, I am going to call it a day on a video. So thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. As always, take care, stay safe, keep on trucking. Bye for now.